Hello viewers, I welcome you all to this basics of grammar. So you can see two sentences on the board. That is, I speak Korea, I can speak Korea. So in the second sentence, I have used a word that is can. So the word can makes a lot of difference. So in the first sentence, one can understand that the speaker is an Odia or belong to Odisha, or his or her language is Odia. But in second sentence, one can perceive that the speaker is a non-Odia, maybe Telugu or Bengali, and here the speaker has the ability, or the speaker has probably learned Odia, and now he or she is able to speak Odia, or he has learnt Odia. So this word can makes a difference. Then what is this can? Can is known as a modal. So today we are going to learn about modals. Okay? Then what is a modal? So what is the work of a modal? So first we will go with the definition of modals. Okay. So what is the definition of modal? Modals are special verbs that are different from the normal verbs. They are never used alone and are always followed by a principal verb or the main verb. They provide additional information about the main verb or the principal verb. They are used to express certainty, possibility, then willingness, then obligation, then necessity and ability. So these are the list of modals. These are the list of modals with their positive and negative forms. Like will, will not. Like would, would not. Shall, shall not. Should not. May, may not. Might, might not. Can, cannot. Could, could not. Must, must not. Have to, don't have to. Need, need not. Ought, ought not to. Then used to, used not to. These all are the list of modals with their positive and negative forms. From the definitions we can understand the features of modals. So what are the features of modals? There are three features of modals. First one, modals always express the imaginary action like ability, power, permission, request, possibility and your willingness, certainty, right and wrong, necessity, etc. Then number two, modals do not come alone. They always take the first form or also known as the principal verb or the main verb with them. And the third one, modals are never affected by the person, number and gender of the subject. The most important thing is modals are never affected by the person, number and gender of the subject. So let us discuss the use of modals. So first we will take will. So will. The first rule for the use of modal will is that it expresses pure future with second and third person as subjects. Always remember, when it is used with the third person or second person, it expresses pure future. Okay. Then the second rule. The second rule for use of modal will is that it shows willingness, intention, promise, determination with the third person as a subject. But when this will is used with the first person, it shows willingness, intention, promise, determination. Okay? And the third use. The third and the last use of modal will is that it tells about the characteristics, habit, assumption, invitation or request or insistence. Okay. Always remember, the third and the last use of modal will is that it tells about the characteristics, habit, assumptions, invitations or requests and insistence. Okay. So examples of modal will. First we will take the pure future. You will die of a heart attack. It is completely a pure future. Pure future. The Prime Minister will hoist the flag. It tells us pure future because the will is used with the third person, and in the first sentence it is used with the second person. Third one, I will meet you again. I will meet you again. Will is used with the first person, so it shows the promise. I will need your help. I will need your help. Here the sentence shows the willingness or intention. He will achieve his goals. He will achieve his goals. Here the sentence tells about the determination. And next one, a child will usually obey his parents. Here the characteristics of habit. The characteristics habit shows. He will be here at any moment. Here the assumption you are doing. He will be here at any moment. So we are making assumption. Will you go with me? Will you come with me? So here it is a request. The next one, he will not listen to his teacher's advice. He will not listen to his teacher's advice. He will not listen to his parents' advice. So here it is insistence. So always remember, this can be used while intention, insistence, request, assumptions, characteristics, habit, determination, willingness, intention, promise. And it can be used pure future when it is used with the second person and third person. Next modal, that is would. So as we know, the past tense of will is would, but their use as a modal is a lot of difference we will get. So the rule for the use of modal would is that it expresses past habits, first one. Second, that is polite request, wish, preferences or an imaginary condition. So we can take some examples like he would wake up early in the morning and go to work. He would wake up early in the morning and go to work. This is the past habit. The sentence shows about the past habit. Another sentence we can take. My mother would always make me my favorite dishes. It is also a past habit. Then, would you get me a glass of water, please? Would you get me a glass of water, please? This is a polite request. It is a polite request. I would like to see the owner. I would like to see the owner. This one also a polite request. I wish you would be here. I wish you would be here. This is a wish. I would rather have food at home than outside. I would rather have food at home than outside. Means here you are showing the preference because you don't like the outside food and you always prefer to eat your homemade food. So I would rather have food at home than outside. I would buy a house if I won the lottery. It is also preference. So when you won the lottery, you would buy a house, not any other things. So here also the sentence showing the preference. So the rule for the use of modal would is that it expresses the past habit, polite request, wish, preference and imaginary conditions. So it is imaginary condition. If you are saying I would buy a house if I won the lottery. It is an imaginary condition. So next, that is shall. Use of modal shall. So shall. The first rule for the use of modal shall is that it expresses pure future with the first person as the subject. And the second rule is, the second rule for the use of modal cell is that it is used to ask for advice, suggestions, request with the first person in the interrogative. And the third rule for the use of modal cell is that it is used to express command, threat, warning, promise, assurance, determination. It is with the second and third person as the subjects. So let us go with some examples. Okay. First we will take pure future. We shall go to school tomorrow. We shall go to school tomorrow. The sentence shows pure future. I shall teach you to dance. I shall teach you to dance. That is pure future. Shall I bring a glass of fresh juice for you? Here the sentence shows you the request. Shall I close the door? That is advice. Shall we go to the market tomorrow? Shall we go to the market tomorrow? So here you are giving the suggestion. You shall get a reward for your achievement. Here a promise, assurance you are saying. You shall get a reward for your achievement. That is a promise or an assurance. You shall go to your room. You shall go to your room. Here someone is making command. They shall win the match. They shall win the match means here the determination you are showing. So as a modal, when shall is used with the second and third person, it shows you determination, it shows you command, it shows you promise, it shows you assurance, it shows you suggestion, and it shows you advice and request. So next modal is should. So uses of modal should. The first rule for the use of modal should is that it is used to express duty, obligation, advisability or desirability. So the most important thing is that it expresses duty and obligation. The second rule for the use of modal should is that it is used to express logical interference, suppositions, assumption, possibility or probability. And the third rule for the use of modal should is that it is used to express a purpose after lest. So let us go with some examples. First one, we should go to school every day. We should go to school every day. It shows the duty. Like, for example, talk is the obligations or desirability. You should not be late for work. You should not be late for work. You should respect your parents. If you talk about the advisability, you should exercise more often. You should exercise more often. It is about the advisability. He should be at the office by now. Here, possibility. If he should see me there, he will be happy. This is probability or probable condition. Leave on time, lest you should miss the train. Should after lest. Should after lest means leave on time, lest you should miss the train. So here, should expresses duty, obligations, desirability, advisability, possibility, probable conditions. Okay. Next, that is may. So uses of modal may. So the rule for the use of modal may is that it is used to express possibility, permission, wish, faith, hope or a purpose. So let us discuss some examples here. It may snow in the evening. It may snow in the evening. Here it is possibility. It may rain in the evening. It is a possibility. May I go now, sir? May I go now, sir? Here you are asking permission. Like, may God always with you. May God always with you. May God bless you. So here we are wish, faith or hope we are showing. So may expresses here the wish, faith or hope. He is working hard so that he may get a prize. He is working hard so that he may get a prize. So here the purpose. So children, my dear viewers, may expresses wish, faith, hope, purpose, possibility and permission. Okay. Our next modal, that is might. So as you know that the past tense of may is might, but as a modal they expresses the different kinds of things. So the rule for the use of modal might is that it is used to express less possibility, whether may expresses more possibility, and this might expresses permission or a guess. So let us go with some examples. It might rain today means if we use in a sentence might, then it tells about the less possibility than may. Might I go to get the files? Here we are asking for the permission, and we can get a guess. We can do a guess here, like that might be the new girl. So here we are guessing. So might expresses less possibility, permission or a guess. So next modal, that is can. So uses of modal can. So as in the first we have discussed, I speak Odia, I can speak Odia. So a single word can make the difference. So how? So the rule for the use of modal can is that it is used to express permission, possibility, ability or capacity. So let us go with some examples. Can I go to the market? So here we are asking permission. Anyone can be the thief. Here it is a possibility. He can stay awake for 2 days. That is the ability or capacity. As I say, I can speak English. Though I am not an Englishman, my mother tongue is not English, but I can speak English. So I have the ability to speak English. So I can speak English. So here it shows the ability or the capacity of a person. Next, that is could. So uses of modal could. As we know, the past tense of can is could, but as a modal they have the different jobs. They expresses the different meanings. So the rule of the use of modal could is that it is used to express ability or capacity in the past. Second, that is polite request or a possibility under the certain circumstances. So we will go with some examples. He could run very fast in his youth. He could run very fast in his youth. So here the past ability or capacity in the past. So could shows here the past ability or capacity. Could you wait for him? Could you wait for him? Here we are showing or we are asking the polite request. Can you wait for me? So you are talking to your friend. But when you are talking to your higher authority, in that time you can, could you wait for him? So you are showing here the polite request. So this is the difference between can and could. Can you are using with your friends, but could you are using with your seniors, you are using with your higher authorities. So could you wait for him? So here you are doing the polite request. If we had money, we could have bought a house. If we had money, we could have bought a house. So here possibility under certain conditions. Possibility under certain condition. If we had money, we could have bought a house. So here possibility under certain conditions. So could is used to express ability or capacity in the past. Second thing, that is the polite request. And third thing, possibility under the certain circumstances. Next, must. The uses of modal must. So the rule for the use of modal must is that it is used to express obligation, duty, necessity, compulsion, prohibition, emphatic advice, determination, assumption, conclusion, interference, certainty and strong probability. So just we will go with the examples to make it clear. For example, we must not steal money from anyone else. We must not steal money from anyone else. So here we are showing the duty. You must follow the orders of your boss. You must follow the orders of your boss. Here you are showing obligation. The next, I must reach work on time. I must reach work on time. So this sentence are the most expresses necessity here. Otherwise, you can be thrown out from your job. He must do as I say. He must do as I say. Here you are making the compulsion. Next, you must not smoke in public places. You must not smoke in public places because it is already prohibited. So here the must shows the prohibition. You must see a dentist at once. You must see a dentist at once. So here it is the emphatic advice. This is done by your parents or someone else. But it is an emphatic advice. You must not go before they come back. You must not go before they come back. Here it shows the determination. The students must be in their class at this time. Here it shows the strong probability. It shows the strong probability that the students must be in their classes at this time. You must be 40 years old. Here it is an assumption. He must be 40 years old. It is an assumption. He must have left by now. It is certainty. He must have left by now. It is certainty. Okay. So must expresses certainty, assumption, strong probability, then determination, emphatic advice, prohibition, compulsion, necessity, obligation and duty. Next modal is have to. So uses of modal have to. The rule for the use of modal have to is that it is used in the sense of must, to give advice or to recommend something. So we can go with some examples. I have to reach there by 9:30 p.m. So in the sense of must. So I have to reach there by 9:30 p.m. So in the sense of must. You have to start working soon. You have to start working soon. That is advice. You have to brush your teeth daily. It is an advice. So next modal, that is need. The main rule for the use of modal need is that it chiefly shows the absence of necessity or compulsion in the negative and interrogative sentences. So try to understand. The modal need is that it chiefly shows the absence of necessity or compulsion in the negative and interrogative sentences. Just we go with some examples. You need not worry about work. You need not worry about work. This is a negative sentence. Need I talk to her? Need I talk to her? It is an interrogative sentence. So where it chiefly shows the absence of necessity or compulsion. Okay. Next modal, that is ought or uses of modal ought to. So the rule for the use of modal ought is that it is used to express the subject's obligation or duty, and also it is used to give advice. So we'll go with some examples. I ought to love my parents. So I ought to love my parents. It is an obligation. It is a duty. You or we ought not to cheat anyone. That is our duty. We ought to follow the traffic rules. It is the duty or obligation. You ought to practice for more than 2 hours a day if you want to clear the exam. So here it is used as an advice. You ought to practice for more than 2 hours a day if you want to clear the exam. So it is an advice. So ought to expresses obligation or duty, and it is also used to give advice. So next, that is dare. Dare is also known as the Sami modals. So let us learn the use of modal dare. The rule for using the modal dare is that it is used at place where we need to show courage. It is generally used in the negative and interrogative sentences. So let us go with some examples. I dare not fail in my exam. I dare not fail in my exam. This sentence shows the negative. How dare you to interrupt me? How dare you to interrupt me? This sentence shows the interrogative. This is an interrogative sentence. So dare. Dare is used to show courage. It is also used or generally used in the negative and interrogative sentences. Our next modal is used to. This is also known as the Sami modal. So let us learn the uses of modal used to. The rule for the uses of modal used to is that it is used to express past habits and to express the existence of something in the past. So let us go with some examples. I used to go swimming every morning when I was a child. I used to go swimming every morning when I was a child. It shows the past habit. And the second thing, there used to be a door at this place long ago. Means existence of something in the past. There used to be a door at this place long ago. Means existence of something in the past. Yes, so used to expresses past habits and to express the existence of something in the past. Okay. So my dear viewers, we have already discussed all modals and their uses. So let us go with some exercises. So my dear viewers, based on these modals, we are going to solve some exercises. But one thing, I need answers from your side in this comment section. Okay? So question number 1. He knew that he days be able to reach office in time. And the choices are would and must given. So which is the correct answer here? Yes, very good. Would is the correct answer. He knew that he would be able to reach office in time. Very good. Question number 2 on the board. You dares not enter my house again. Dare and could. The choices are given. So you dash not enter my house again. Could and dare. Yes, you dare not enter my house again is the correct answer. Then question number 3. I thought he dash be at school. Should or would given. I thought he dash be at school. Probability. It shows the probability. Then he would be at school. Very good. Then question number 4 on the board. Raman, they speak in 2 voices. Can and should. I know, my dear students, my dear viewers, you can give the answer. Raman can speak in 2 voices. Yes, very good. Then question number 5 on the board. I dash write what you spoke. I dash write what you spoke. Yes, cannot, could not. So which is more appropriate here? What you spoke. So here it shows you the past ability. So I could not write what you spoke. Very good. Question number 6 on the board. You days have told me earlier. You days have told me earlier. And the options are should and can. So what is the correct answer? Yes, you should have told me earlier. Very good. Question number 7 on the board. Dash, get something to drink please. I am very thirsty. Can and should given. Which is the correct option? Which is the correct answer? 2 options are here. Can and should. So can I get something to drink please? I am very thirsty. Question number 8. Dash, I use your car please. Can and should. So when you are asking permission, you must use can. So answer is can here. Can I use your car please? Then question number 9 on the board. You dash go in Hogo in now and meet the doctor. You dash go in now and meet the doctor. The options are can and would. So which is the correct answer? You can. You can go in now and meet the doctor. Then question number 10. I dash love to teach these children. I dash love to teach these children. I should love to teach these children. The options are would and should. Should is the appropriate answer here. Okay. I dash eat 5 bananas at time when I was young. Options are could and can. So when I was young, it shows the past habit. So answer is yes, correct. That is good. I could eat 5 bananas at a time when I was young. Then you days see the lawyer at once. You days see the lawyer at once. And the options are must and will. So what is the correct answer? You must see the lawyer at once. You must see the lawyer at once. If will you will use, it will say only the pure future. But here the compulsion, it shows the sentence shows the compulsion. So that is the reason we use must here. Okay. Then question number 13 on the board. Days God protect you from the pain and agony, may and might. So whenever wish, hope or faith we are showing, we must use the may. So may God protect you from the pain and agony. So it shows the faith and hope and wish. Question number 14 on the board. My mother does watch TV for hours even now. Can and could. Even now means now in the present situation. It tells about the present situation. So what we must use here? The present ability. So can. So my mother can watch TV for hours even now. And the last question, question number 15 on the board. It does be cold in the evening. Who knows? Who knows? Then the options are would and may. So probability, possibility is there. So we must use here, it may be cold in the evening. Who knows? We cannot use here would. The appropriate answer is may. My dear students, my dear viewers, today we have learnt modals and I hope you have understood this. Thank you.